My dear students of class 8, today we are going to study regarding water chapter in your chemistry. So, before reading water chapter in your chemistry textbook, we have to know that the great educationist and the great scientist, you can say, who is actually, he is Henry Cavendish, who has first known to be discovered for this water. Now, we know that the composition of water is due to oxygen and hydrogen. And also we know that when they combine, when they form bond, the bond are of three types. Number one is ionic bond, number two is covalent bond, number three is coordinate bond. In the sense of water, when we have oxygen in this way. In the outer shell, there are 6 electrons. And for hydrogen, keep it hydrogen one side over here and one side over here. Now, what they are doing, they are sharing. See from the figure, you can say that they are sharing. Now, when they are sharing, such type of bond formation is said to be what? Covalent bond. Till date, we have known that water is neutrally uncharged. That means they are polar. But becoming polar, the internal arrangement is asymmetrical. So due to that, they are slightly positive with one side and slightly negative on the other side. This helps water to be as universal solvent. Why? Because due to this nature, due to this polarity of the water molecules, it has tendency to dissolve most of the substances present in the earth. Now suppose let us think about sodium. When sodium chloride had been dissolved in water, then what happens? So let us dissolve sodium chloride. So it changes into ions like sodium plus Cl minus. Now when this has been dissolved in water, then what happens? The positive polarity of water, that means it attracts the negative chloride, and the negative polarity of water attracts the positive of sodium on the other side. In this way, the salts gets break up, and hence it has been changed in this format. Now we'll read about the solubility. Already you have learned in the earlier classes what is the meaning of solubility. Actually, solubility means solubility of any substance, that is the maximum amount that can be dissolved in 100 milliliters of solvent, which should be at room temperature. That is what we say is solubility of substance. Now, then what are the factors? At home, sometimes what we do, what we have seen our mothers, practically we have seen that when the child drinks milk, then automatically mother puts sugar in that and tries to stir it. Why does the mother tries to stir it? Because stirring is one of the factor to dissolve the solid particles. So again, it would be better that if you stir it in hot milk so that it gets dissolving faster. That means what? It also directly depends on temperature. So the factors that helps in the solubility is number one, temperature, which is directly proportional to its temperature, and number two is stirring. And also, my dear, we should not forget, if the particle size is shorter and shorter, which is a very small size, then the solubility will be much more faster. Suppose if you take the particles in the bigger size and do practically, it will take little bit time, much more. It won't be dissolved easily as fast as the size of the particles. So on the basis of the size of the particles, we have seen that the solutions may be of three types. Number one, true solutions. Number two, colloid solutions and suspension. The solutions, the particles of the true solutions is lesser in size than the particles of colloidal solutions, and particles of colloidal solutions is lesser in size than the particles of suspension. So next we'll try to find out the different chemical properties of water. Okay, now few properties are written on the board which already I have discussed with you right now. Again I am going to say you that the boiling point of pure water at sea level, you must remember you write down sea level. Why? Because I will be telling you is 100 degrees Celsius. Okay, why sea level is written over here and you have to mention sea level? Because the boiling point changes according to the altitude changes. Because we know that it is proportional to the pressure of the atmosphere. Similarly, the freezing point of water, it is written in number 3rd point, the freezing point of pure water, this is also at sea level is 0 degrees Celsius. Number 2 point is pure water is a bad conductor of electricity. It is a bad conductor of electricity means it does not permit the electric current to pass through it, as in the earlier classes we have learned during the process of electrolysis. Then in that case we have to put in the bigger water along with some impurity, or you have to take acidulated water, which I have already explained, to pass the current through it. So pure conductor does not pass current electricity through it, so it becomes a bad conductor. Next, it is a universal solvent. Just now I have said you due to its polarity of molecules. Next, highest density and the heaviest is at 4 degrees Celsius, whereas maximum volume of water will be at 0 degrees Celsius. Again, also the next point is 7. Water has high specific heat capacity. Now the meaning of high specific heat capacity of water means the large amount of heat is required to raise 1 gram of water through 1 degree Celsius from 14.5 degrees Celsius to 15.5 degrees Celsius. We have to mention 14.5 degrees Celsius to 15.5 degrees Celsius, or else your definition would be perfectly wrong. So what does, with this, the help of this last property, we have seen land breeze and sea breeze. So land breeze and sea breeze is the only cause for this reason. Now these are the properties I think you must have understood right till now. Now we'll go with the chemical properties of water.